Ladies and gentlemen, this is proof anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
Alright, hello! To keep in the hardcore extreme theme of the first episode, I thought to pick up another match I remember watching a whole lot from my childhood. This pick is to just kind of keep the ball rolling before we really get into the series. I know some of you are waiting for me to talk about matches like Shawn Michaels vs. The Undertaker, Mitsuharu Misawa vs. Toshiaki Kawada, or even Okada and Omega. Matches that are indeed considered all-timers. But you can't start off strong. You have to ease into it, which was the point of the first episode, to build a good baseline for what's to come. And to compare and to really get into things, we're going to talk about a match with one of the most memorable WrestleMania moments of all time. This is the hardcore match between the hardcore legend himself, Mick Foley, and the rated R superstar, Edge. Right off the bat, Edge walks down to the ring with serious intent. He's all pumped up and ready to go to war tonight. So much so that he's already equipped with a baseball bat. Mick Foley comes down to the ring with no weapon, but also has no fear. This isn't his first time in this type of environment. The bell rings and Edge already comes out swinging. He quickly gets disarmed as Mick takes control. Edge's girlfriend Lita helps out by pulling out some weapons and gimmicks for this match. Mick is a bit dazed, but the thing that wakes him up is a cookie sheet to the head. Edge is trying to quickly get this match over with as he goes for the spear within 2 minutes of the match starting. He hits Mick with the spear, but something's wrong. Edge grabs his shoulder in pain. The camera zooms in as we can see his arm is bleeding. Everyone's wondering what's going on, as we see that Mick had barbed wire wrapped around his waist. Edge gets whipped with the barbed wire and gets caught in the ropes. The running theme with this match is that whenever Mick thinks he has the upper hand, Lita is always there to prevent it, as in this case, she hops on Mick's back. But Mick clotheslines Edge and all three get dumped out to the floor. Just when Foley takes control of the match, Edge has a quick counter to turn the tables. Okay, I just want to say that is probably one of the worst bumps I've ever seen in the series so far. I honestly don't know which is worse, breaking your ass on the concrete floor or hitting back first on the pointy part of the metal stairs. Edge further takes control as he sets up Chekhov's table near the rampway. He proves himself that he can be just as hardcore as Mick as he douses Foley with lighter fluid. Foley then fights back with a piledriver. After another Lita distraction, Edge cuts off Foley's comeback. He splits Foley wide open with a shot to the head with a barbed wire baseball bat. He pins Mick, but it wasn't enough. Edge needs to do something serious to put him away. He flips over some stairs and finds a bag. He grabs the bag and opens it up. The bag was filled with thumbtacks. He pours it all out. Thousands of thumbtacks pile up in the corner of the ring. Edge gets ready to put Mick through the pile, but Mick quickly counters and drops Edge bare back first into the thumbtacks. Edge has become a pain-injected pincushion as you see hundreds of thumbtacks stick into his bare back. Edge gets to his knees, Mick Foley pulls out Mr. Sacco. But to be honest, Mr. Sacco really doesn't fit the vibe of this match. Mr. Sacco really isn't hardcore. Lita tries to interfere again, but gets caught with the barbed wire Mr. Sacco. Foley has the upper hand. He has this match in the bag. But he still wants to have that WrestleMania moment. He gets the idea to squirt Chekhov's table with Chekhov's lighter fluid from earlier in this match. But while not paying attention, Lita hits Mick in the dick with the barbed wire baseball bat. And she pours more lighter fluid on the table. And this moment right here is one of my most rewind moments in WrestleMania history. This is one of those spots that you never ever forget about.
Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Oh my God!
Edge drags his bloody body over to Mick and makes the cover. 1, 2, 3. Edge beat Mick Foley at his own game. He beat him in a hardcore match. But at what cost? Edge is the winner, but he doesn't look like a winner. Believe it or not, this match did legitimize Edge though. I haven't rewatched this match in years, and it was really fun to go back and have another look with more modern eyes. I can clearly see the story that was being told, and it was great for the most part. The lead-in distractions didn't get too annoying and happened when it needed to happen. The crowd was definitely into the match the whole time, and there wasn't really a dull moment in the match. The match does end with one of the most memorable spots in wrestling history, but I wouldn't give this an S rank. The match did feel kind of rushed in a few places, and both guys didn't sell long enough though. Like, they were selling, but let's say after Edge cuts his arm spearing Mick with the barbed wire around his waist, a couple moments later, Edge is completely fine and forgets to sell his sliced up arm. That's probably because there was a lot of matches on this card, and some matches either had to be bumped or cut short due to time. Like Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, and Kurt Angle's match was supposed to be 19 minutes, but due to time, it got cut down just to 9 minutes instead. So I don't fault the match for that, but it does hurt the match itself. I mean, the match itself is only 14 minutes and 22 seconds, but I could have seen it gone at least another 5 minutes, to be quite honest. It isn't a perfect match, but if you like hardcore style of wrestling, this is something I highly recommend if you haven't seen it already. Where would I rank it though? I honestly believe that it's slightly better than the Psychosis and Mysterio match from last episode, but I still give it a B overall. It tells a pretty simple story and it caters to the fans of hardcore style of wrestling pretty well. But the whole thing is really overshadowed by the flaming table spot. Like, honestly, ask anybody anything about this match and 99.9% will say something about the flaming table spot at the end. Which isn't unfortunate, it's good that this match is going to be remembered in general, but it's a bit underwhelming. Thank you so much for watching. The next match we're going to cover is one that I haven't even seen before ever. I want to review Kenta Kobashi versus Samoa Joe from 2005 Ring of Honor. Thank you for your time, and yeah, that'll be it. See ya.
Let there be rain, and there was rain. Let there be rain, and there was rain. Me.